Marie Kondo is the world's most famous professional home organizer. Her most famous organizing and decluttering book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, has been sold millions of times in over 30 countries. Marie Kondo had her own Netflix show, founded a consultant training program in which you can get certified as an official Kondo method home organizer, and she's appeared on numerous TV shows and other media programs to teach people how to get that perfect fold and how to only keep in your home what sparks joy. She inspired so many people around the world to look around at their cluttered homes and take charge of their surroundings, sparking a movement of decluttering, organizing, and trips to organizing Mecca, also known as the Container Store. Her method of helping people improve their relationships with their home and their surroundings was so effective that she indicates in her book she only visits clients once and never again. Once they got condoed, they were set for life. So in a recent Washington Post article, when it was revealed that she had kind of given up on organizing since having 3 children,
after having her 3rd child, Kondo says she started to reflect on motherhood and shift her priorities. Welcome to the club, Marie. I'm not plagued by perfectionism.
The response on Twitter has been wild. There was the now famous tweet from Joshua Bowe that said, "Vindication is mine," implying that she was somehow living some sort of unsustainable life and that all that she has done is in vain. So let's talk about home organizing, the standards of home organizing, and my experience as a professional home organizer, and the lost art of nuance. So I'll tell you a little bit about me to start. I'm a professional home organizer. My name is Kay, and I've been helping people organize their homes for over 10 years. I sort of fell into this field by accident. My training is actually in classical music, and I sort of ended up in professional organizing after I started working at the Container Store. As a non-famous professional organizer, I can tell you about how I feel about Marie Kondo. First of all, I think she's fabulous. I think in like 6 years ago, I published a video about Marie Kondo's Netflix show and how I felt about it as a professional organizer. That video was very successful. I got a lot of wonderful comments on that video. The video actually freaked me out. I didn't publish for like 2 weeks after I published that one because I was like, whoa. The best thing about having her book come out in 2014, in the United States at least, was it popularized both the concept of professional organizing your home and the career of professional organizing. When her show came out, I binged it and quickly made a video about it because I want it to be first. And I found it to be really, really comforting, very well produced, very well done. And the most exciting thing about seeing Marie Kondo in action with clients is how familiar it looked and felt. Every organizer has a different approach to how they deal with clients, depending on what they're like and what the client needs. I found that my approach with clients is very familiar and very similar to the way that Marie Kondo works with clients. She's very gentle, she's kind of soft, but she's very matter-of-fact and practical and wants to make sure that the home that they want to create together is the one that works best for them. The concept was simple, and I'm telling you, it's the same in every professional organizer. It's just the packaging that's different, and here it is. Let's keep the things in your home that you need, are useful, and make you happy. It's that simple. I found the show a little repetitive and close to real life to watch again, but I do have to say I really enjoyed it. And in my 6 years of making organizing content here on YouTube, I've done like tours of my own closet, tours of my home, helping my clients organize things. And my personal goal here on YouTube is to show that the human side of organizing, that it's not perfect. And I've discovered there's a few categories of people that come to view my content. One, there are people that are inspired to organize and declutter because of my content. We love those people. They're fun. They leave really nice comments, and they often send me really nice notes and tell me how they cleaned up their closet after watching one of my videos. There are those who are compelled to tell me how much they thought I had too much stuff and that I don't need it all, mainly in my kitchen. Y'all keep telling me about my kitchen gadgets. Leave my kitchen gadgets alone. I'm tearing it up in the kitchen like once or twice a week, and I'm using everything. Get out my kitchen. Those who were compelled to tell me how I wasn't a minimalist would have never published a single video with the word minimalist in the title or in the tags. Minimalist and professional organizer are not mutually exclusive, and those who came for a clover, which is perfectly legitimate. The more I made videos and consumed content about home organizing, the more I began to see a shift in the way that not only we talked about our spaces, but the way we talked about other people's spaces. Being very black and white and losing all of that wonderful nuance that we all used to have. don't have anymore? The concept of home organization started to move into a movement of toxic perfectionism, clutter shaming, and virtue signaling. I saw tons of comments on minimalist home tours that claimed the homeowner wasn't really a minimalist because they actually owned things that made them happy. Somehow, Marie Kondo's suggestions for tidiness were twisted into a dogma that didn't even exist in the first place. I remember the huge backlash in 2019 after the Netflix show came out. People thought she said to get rid of all your books, which wasn't even a thing that she said. I think that she was just saying, get rid of the things that don't make you happy. There was a whole, people came, the book people on Twitter, they came. And I'm saying this as somebody who doesn't even have paper scores anymore as a musician. I do prefer to read from a digital score, but there's nothing wrong with keeping books. Keep your books. And personally, I see a lot of judgment going on. And for those of you, and why is this getting hate on Twitter and not this?
This picture that you see on the screen right now is a picture from Architectural Digest. And this new trend is called cluttercore. This is not a design trend. This is a mental illness that is disguised as a design trend.
I've always loved home organizing. Even when I was a kid, one of my favorite things to do when I was home alone, well, I was home alone a lot because I was an only child, but was to rearrange items in my room. And I realized over the years that I was helping other people that organization and home organization and all that stuff, it is a spectrum. The single high-powered CEO may not have the mental bandwidth to set up organizing systems for her new $200,000 remodeled kitchen. But once she hires me to set it up for her, she never wants to have something out of place again, and that level of perfection is for her. Then there's the new empty nesters where their child has moved out and they want to turn their child's room into a home office for them, but they're having trouble letting go of their new adult child's possessions and they need help getting through that new stage, their transition in their lives. And I'm there to support them for that. And maybe there's that set of young parents of 2 young children and maybe they just got a puppy and maybe they're just looking for a little extra time so that they can get out the door on time in the morning instead of looking for the shoes. Where are the scissors? Where's the leash? They don't need it to be totally neat and perfect all the time. They just need to get to school on time. It's all about priorities and all about a spectrum. What's important to you? What do you want to accomplish in your home? Do you want it to look really Pinterest perfect? Then go for it. You do you. If you're just looking to save time looking for things because the average person spends 55 minutes a day looking for things, which is wild, then your standard is going to be different than this person over here. You do what's right for your life. Your life is totally dynamic. I don't have any children. I have a dog and I'm married. And it's just the 3 of us that live in this household. And I have a lot of time and bandwidth to put my efforts towards keeping my home tidy and keeping it organized. But also on weeks when I'm doing a concert or I'm in an opera, sometimes the house will fall apart a little. I'm gonna be honest. I would much rather be out living the dream than be sad about some dishes that have to sit in the sink an extra few hours or some socks that stay on the floor a couple of days because I didn't have time to pick them up because I was so tired from rehearsal. So it's all about what your priorities are in your life. The response on Twitter of Marie Kondo saying that she's sort of giving up on organizing is not surprising to me. There are a lot of people who perceived home organizing, and especially her method on home organizing because she's so famous and because she's so popular, as a sort of dogmatic practice. And it wasn't really that. It was really suggestions. It was the same thing that every professional organizer does with their clients. Do you want to improve the relationship between you in your home? I found a lot of the response to be unnecessarily sarcastic, cruel, and projections about how people felt about their own homes, I think. I really do think that it's important to remember that our homes are a very sacred space, and to remember that organization and neatness and all that stuff is a spectrum, and the clutter is in the eye of the beholder. And our actual full quote is this: "Up until now, I was a professional tidier, so I did my best to keep my home tidy at all times. I have kind of given up on that in a good way for me. Now I realize what is important to me is spending time with my children at home." As a professional organizer, I am not a therapist, but I kind of see myself as a clutter therapist. I help people work through their feelings about their space and about their possessions and about their status in life. And Marie Kondo is doing what's right for her at this point in her life, and she's happy. And I think that's pretty neat. Bad pun intended. All right, well, that was my quick take on this Marie Kondo drama that's going on right now on Twitter. Let me know how you're feeling in a comment below about this. Have you heard about this? Are you talking about this? How does this make you feel? If you are new, subscribe. We talk about organizing. We do all like home stuff. It's a feel good, and plus there's a cute dog. If you like video games, follow me over there for some good Animal Crossing action. I have another channel where we just play simulation games and it's cozy. We have fun. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I hope you enjoy the video and I'll see you next time.